Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode number 80 of the Project 2020 show. It is Sunday morning, and this is our last show in the month of August. We are just about to hit the fall, and we are now at a tipping point with this set. Let's talk about that and more in 1 second. Welcome back to my channel, which is the home of Project 2020 here on YouTube. You know me as @CRT_Sportscards on Twitter and Instagram. My name is Chris, and this is the first time you're seeing me. Thank you for checking out our video. And if you're new to Project 2020, hit that subscribe button so you are notified the moment I post up a video, whether it be our 2 videos a week that talks about the happenings of Project 2020 or one of my companion videos when it comes to breaking down each artist's first 10 cards. But as we close out the month of August, what have we learned? We spoke for many months before this that from July 5th or 6th through August, this was going to be a very difficult time in the set, and everything bore out exactly like that. We are seeing prices very, very low right now. We're seeing print runs very, very low. I mean, think back to our last episode. Matt Taylor, his Mariano, 2.2K. We didn't think we'd ever see a print run that low again. But all of that brings us to a tipping point. Where do we go with this set in September? There are 2 critical dates left in this set, and right now the first one is the week of October 20th. That is when we're going to hit card number 300. So between now and then, there's a very interesting 60-day window, and it's really going to determine where this set goes between that date and the end of the year. The end of the year, of course, is the most important date because that's when there are no more cards. But before then, we got to get to October. But let's talk first about the last 2 cards that came out this week because they were not covered in episode 79 on Friday morning. Coming in first on Friday, card number 223 is this Roberto Clemente by Jacob Rochester. I really hope you got to see Rochester's post about the card he originally was going to put out, but of course with licensing he couldn't do it. But it's a great card here with his 3 sons with their back turned to us versus their face. And then card number 224 is this Jackie Robinson by Don C, but it's not actually done by Don C. He commissioned this artwork from Shirt King Fade, and he tagged him on Instagram. So check out his Instagram post and then check out Shirt King Fade. But when you take a look at the Rochester Clemente and the Shirt King Fade Jackie Robinson, which one was your favorite? I went back and forth on these 2 cards for which one was my favorite. You guys know I collect Jackie Robinson altogether, and while I wanted to like that card the most of the day, and I understand the reference, I understand the design of the card, the RIP, you know, the way the spray paint look on it, the shirt, I get all of that. I did go with the Jacob Rochester Clemente. Even though I like the version that he originally wanted to put out, I still think this was a really, really great looking Jacob Rochester, and his work continues to improve over the last 3 to 4 cards. I have noticed his work more and more. But now taking a look at the week as a whole, what were my 5 A cards every single day, and what was my card of the week? On Monday, we had the Ichiro by F. Dot. On Tuesday, we had the Willie Mays by Old Man Allen. On Wednesday, we had the Ripken by Ermsey. On Thursday, we had the Ricky Henderson by Tyson Beck. And then on Friday, it was that Clemente by Jacob Rochester. But when I took a look at all 10 cards, all 5A, all 5B, the one card that I want to own the most at the end of the day is going to be the Willie Mays by Old Man Allen. And I really think that when we get to the end of this set, when we start to look back at Project 2020 in the middle point of next year, the Old Man Allen cards are going to be the cards that we want the most because they're the cards that look most like a real baseball card at the end of the day. So it's going to be interesting to see where his print runs go towards the back half of the set. But right now for me in week 23, the card I want to own and the card that I did not purchase is the Willie Mays by Old Man Allen. And also since our last video, we have had 4 print runs post. And coming in, card 219, Derek Jeter, 5,572. Card 220, Cal Ripken Jr., 4937. And then posting up this morning on Sunday, the Ted Williams by Keith Shore, 2004-43. And then Ricky Henderson, Tyson Beck, 2009-86. But when you take a look at those 4 print runs versus my projections, I only hit one of the 4. That Derek Jeter came in at the very top of my range. I had 5.5 as the max, and he was 5.572. Predicting pre-orders right now are very difficult just because there are fewer and fewer eBay pre-sellers. So getting that data is very difficult right now from the extrapolation of 10 to 15 pre-orders to a print run of 3,000 to 4,000. But I also think right now, print runs are not the biggest thing. Print runs, because we're in a collector base, are driven by the fans of the artist or the fans of the player. I don't think there are too many people out there that are speculating on these cards at the moment. So whether the card prints at 2,500, 3,500 or 5,500, I don't think it really matters at the end of the day until we have a new collector base come into the set. The reason why 2,200 right now is not the same as it was 3 months ago is because the collector base has expanded since then. But our current day 2,200 print run cards and a little bit higher in the 2,000s will not gain steam unless we have a new resurgence of buyers coming to the market. It was really good to see that MLB sent out an email around the Jackie Robinson on Friday. I didn't get the email. I had Chip send me the email who watches the show, so thank you for sending me that email. But I don't know how many people got that email, but if we continue to see continued promotion from MLB, we could see some influx of new buyers. And this is why I say we're at a tipping point. As we go through September, more and more of us are going to get all of the cards that we need for our set. I just picked up my last big card for the set, which was the very first Gregory Siff George Brett. And now I'm kind of done buying on the secondary market. I'm only going to be buying 5 of every card I'm collecting from here on out. But if we do not get more buyers into the set, the cards, I think, in my opinion, are going to continue to drop because there's going to be very little demand. But now taking a look at some pricing recently this week, and then of course yesterday, 8/29, the first thing you're going to notice on 8/29 is the market was basically silent. Only 4 cards sold in total of the first 20, and 2 of those were from Derek Jeter, the lowest price card here on the list. But a couple of things here. There has not been a single copy of Ichiro sold in 4 days. Same with Koufax, and same with Ripken and Fucci. And this is why I say demand could dry up, because if people continue to have the cards they need, these lower printed first cards cannot move up if no one's buying them. But when you see the list as a whole, 7 of the 20 cards that have sold this week from 825 to 828 are in their lowest value since we started tracking at the beginning of June. Now taking a look at second player pricing, 825 to 828, 10 of the 20 cards are in the bottom when it comes to their lowest value since we started tracking in June. And then yesterday on 8/29, look at that Ripken Rochester, 1,576 printed, $80. The Griffey Tyson Beck, yes, that print runs nearly 4,000, down to $51. But there are some very bottom prices. And then you look at Derek Jeter, the Matt Taylor, his cards have suffered the most since his print runs came way down. That Matt Taylor, $10.58. So ultimately, we will see what happens as we go through September. I really hope the promotion from MLB, from Topps improves as we get closer to card 300, and then of course as we go through the back half of the year and get really close to card 400. The next 60 days for me are again another critical time period because we are now through August, and we will see if the influx of buyers comes. If the influx of buyers comes into the set, hang on, it's going to get fun, it's going to get bumpy, and we'll see a resurgence in pricing. But until we get there, pricing is going to remain low. People will talk about the project being dead. Print runs are going to drop. We need excitement. The one thing we can't do is overreact. We can't go buy up 10, 15 of a card from a new release hoping it's going to be worth something in the future. Because remember, 2.4 thousand today is not 2.4 thousand from March or April. They are very different time periods. So go out there, have fun, go collect this set. And if you really want to help this set out, go tell a friend, go get someone else excited about this project, because we have nearly 200 cards left, and it's going to be an exciting fall in Project 2020. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more news and notes from me around Project 2020, check out that playlist on the screen right now.